Hello guys, this is your boy Kearney Jovan Kearney Abdul. Alright, today we're gonna watch a video. This video is gonna be about 10 kids you won't believe actually exist. The first time I watched that thing, I was so freaking out. I was so crazy. That was so crazy, man. So let's go. Let's get started. Get started to the video. Even the picture is weird. Oh my gosh.
Factsverse presents Kids You Won't Believe Exist. Number 1. Tessa Evans. Tessa Evans was born with a rare condition called arrhythmia, which means that she was born without a nose. She was also born with no sinuses and no sense of smell. Somehow, it's still possible for her to cough, sneeze, and catch a cold. She is the first person ever to have a cosmetic nasal implant fitted. As she grows, it will encourage a new nose to grow from her stretched skin. When she's a teenager, she'll have a final nasal prosthetic fitted. Number 2. Marcia and Millie Briggs. Biracial couples have a 1 in 500 chance of having twins with different skin colors. Marcia and Millie Briggs from Birmingham, England, looked the same when they were born. However, as they got older, their skin tone became very different. Brown-eyed Millie started to get darker skin like her father Michael, and blue-eyed Marcia took on a lighter complexion with lighter hair like her mother Amanda. According to the girls, when they tell people that they're twins, nobody ever believes them. Number 3. Mohammed Kaleem. Mohammed Kaleem is a boy from India who suffers from a rare disease called localized gigantism. The condition causes his hands and arms to grow to a disproportionate size. He lived a very secluded life because the villagers would curse him and call him a devil's child. At 8 years old, he'd already gone through more than most people ever would in their entire lives. Luckily, he found a local surgeon who started performing drastic surgeries that will eventually reduce the size of his hands. Number 4. Vincent Okech. Vincent is a 10-year-old boy from Uganda whose legs started swelling up, which is called elephantism. It was soon discovered that he contracted a deadly flesh-eating infection. As his condition worsened, he could no longer walk or wear his own clothes. He had to wear girls' dresses, and he was bedbound. Although Vincent's father was poor, he refused to give up on the life-saving treatment that Vincent needs. Number 5. Indian girl with parasitic twin. A baby was born in a hospital in Jaipur, and her family could not believe what they were seeing. She was born with a head attached to her stomach. It was a parasitic twin that was feeding off of her blood supply, depriving the baby of the nutrients that she needed. The twin had a head with no ears or eyes. It also had a hand. The mother believed that she was having twins due to the ultrasound. However, they discovered the serious issue when the baby was born. Luckily, the doctors were able to safely remove the twin. Number 6. Ollie Trezise. Ollie Trezise is an adorable boy except for the fact that his brain is growing through a crack in his skull, right into his nose. He suffers from a very rare condition called encephalocele. He's often referred to as a real-life Pinocchio. This condition made it very hard for him to breathe, so he has gone through several painful surgeries. His parents say he does not let his condition get him down, though, and he is still a very happy little boy. Number 7. Luz Milagros Barron. Of all the kids you won't believe exist, Luke's story is probably the most tragic. A couple gave birth to a baby girl in Argentina in 2012 who was 3 months premature. When the baby showed no signs of life, the doctors declared her dead. The parents were devastated, and they wanted to say goodbye to their baby. About 12 hours later, they asked to go down to the morgue to say one last goodbye to their daughter. When they got there, the baby was moving around, and she started crying. Her parents were overjoyed, and they named her Luz Milagros Barron. Sadly, though, a few weeks after her first birthday, she passed away. Number 8. Jackson Buell. Jackson Buell was born in 2014 with part of his brain and his head missing. His doctors told his parents that he likely would be stillborn, or he wouldn't live very long after being born. They suggested terminating the pregnancy. His parents did not want to terminate, and they had their baby and named him Jackson. They were very happy that they gave Jackson a chance because he lived longer than the doctors ever predicted. In October 2017, he celebrated his 3rd birthday, which is unheard of. He had been called a miracle child, and he even has a huge following on social media. Number 9. Avery Ford. Avery Ford was not your average baby when she was born. The average-sized baby is about 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Avery was 14 pounds, 1 ounce when she was born. Her mother didn't even know she was pregnant until her 3rd trimester, which makes it crazy that she gave birth to such a large baby. Her mother was in labor for 18 hours. However, she said it was all worth it to see her daughter's beautiful face. Number 10. Laura and Mara Bauer. Laura and Mara are from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and they have a condition called albinism, which causes a lack of melanin in the body. These 2 girls are very beautiful, and they're very unique looking. After photos of them went viral, a fashion photographer took their photo. Soon they were signed by a top modeling agency. Since they were signed, the 13-year-old sisters have modeled for Nike, Insinus, and Bazaar Kids. They even have a Swiss photographer who's working on a project based solely on the twins called Flores Raras, which means rare flowers. Subscribe for more.
That's it, guys. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe. Peace out.